this is Kathy, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Today I'm here with Simple Makes number 3, and I'm going to make a flip envelope book, Halloween style. So let's get started. The papers I'll be using are by Cara Brandon Creations. She's got some beautiful stuff. Okay, the first thing you need to do is either use a 6x6 paper pack or cut 4 sheets of paper down to 6 by 6 inches. And we'll be using an envelope punch. So if you don't have an envelope punch, you also could use kind of Halloween style envelopes. They usually have them in many places. So I'll be making an envelope using 6x6 paper. That means I have to score it at 2 5/8. And if you've never used one of these, they're really fun. And I want to also thank Lyric Lover, her channel, for inspiring me on this make. So 2 5/8. We're going to punch it and score. Turn it a quarter of the way, punch it and score. Turn it again, and you punch it and score. And punch it and score. And then there's a little notch thingy in the back. And I like to notch all 4 sides because I don't like the corners to get all dog-eared. Okay, so you're going to do that with 4 pieces of paper. I've already done it. Right here I have 3 others. I'm going to fold this so that it looks like an envelope. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tape it and use an adhesive runner. I find that's the easiest way to do it on envelopes. Just on these 2 little ends here. So that's 1. Two. Three. And I'm going to make sure that it has nice crisp folds. And I printed this on, it was from Digis, and I printed it on cardstock. I think it's 120-pound cardstock. Okay, the next thing I want to do is, let me see if you can see it. You have a natural score line of where you fold the envelope. Sorry about that, guys. And then I'm going to score a 1/4 of an inch above that score line. I'm going to line it up and score it at a 1/4 of an inch. And I've already done the others. What that does is it gives me a little almost a little binding or a little spine kind of. So that when I add more stuff, it'll be able to take it. You want to get those nice and crisp. Next thing you want to do is figure out which paper you want as the front cover. Now my paper's pretty plain because I'll be embellishing it, but if you're using Halloween paper that's a little brighter with a lot of images, you might want to, you know, really take advantage of those, and I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But before that, I'm going to take the first envelope, which is going to be my cover, and I'm going to cut, see where the envelope flap just turns? I'm going to make a cut right there. Just like that. So I still have the two score lines, and then I have a quarter of an inch above that score line. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add tape on this score line. But before I put it together, I want to use, I'm going to add with mine some little journaling pages in between the envelopes. So I've cut paper at 3.5 by 3.5 inches, and then I've scored 1/2 inch on the side. Let's see. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 is good for the first part. And on the score lines that I've made, I'm going to fold them, and I'm actually going to staple them together if I can find my stapler. There it is. Okay. Found it, and I'm back. All I'm going to do is staple this side of the score line. Just a couple of staples. Then I'm going to stick this so that my pages are upright. I'm going to attach my paper to the flap that I have adhesive on. And because they're 3.5 by 3.5, I have to center it like that. Then what I want to do is I'm going to take the adhesive again, and I'm going to put it on the top page of the envelope. Then I'm going to take this envelope, that's a purple one, and I'm going to put it underneath this page right up until that first score line, which should be the same score line that your paper is on. So it should look something like this. Okay. And I'm going to trim the back. I think what I would do next time is I would not cut off that flap. I'm going to have to cover it with some paper. So on the next one, I'm going to take a purple one, and I'm going to do the same thing with the papers. Now we have 3 sets of journal pages, and let's see what happens. I think I'm going to fold this. Okay, and I definitely need something here. And what I think I'm going to put here is this one. Or should I put orange? It's kind of a brighter orange, isn't it? That will work. Okay, so I'm going to take this to the score line, cover up the mess, just like that, and cut it off. And cut it off. Okay, and this folds in, and then this should fold around it. Now I don't mind the double closure because I'm going to decorate this part anyway. So you have something's amiss. You want to make sure everything's lined up. So that when you close it, okay, now the fun part can begin. You can add things to the little pockets. I have some tags here. I don't know that they'll fit, but they will if I cut a little piece off. And I'm gonna grab some ink. And I'm using black soot. Thought it was fitting. I have some others. Let's see. Okay, that's the size we need. So I'm going to trim this just a little bit, both of them. And I have two more. So we'll have one for each pocket. And we'll trim those. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Make a cute Halloween gift to give your crafty friend. Fill it with ephemera. And you could take as long as you want on something simple like this, because it's not difficult to make. And I'm going to cut some black. Normally I would put an eyelet in, but I'm not going to. And you just need to tie it once. It's not going anywhere. And you could take the time to decorate these as well. Come on. My chubby fingers. Damn, I hate those chubby fingers. Okay. Come on. There we go. Come on. Okie doke. And now I do want to okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to poke a hole in here. I'm going to put an eyelet in it. And I see something that could go on it. This will just add some stability. Wrong one. And that's going to have a hole in it. There. And we'll add that the eyelet. Cute. And I forgot. going to add some of this purple. And we're going to bring that around. How do I want to cut? Let's see. Let's see how I want to do this. I want to make one longer. Okay, that should do it. Cute. But of course, you need to decorate it Halloween style. So I'm going to do that, and I wanted to give you an idea of how to make the basics, and then I will post it at the end of the video after I decorate it. Okie doke. You all have a great day. Have a good one. Bye. Hello guys, I'm back with a final flip through of the envelope project. I like the way it turned out. I think you saw the way I did the closure. And what I did was I put a hole and an eyelet here, and then I made one ribbon longer than the other so I could wrap it and tie it in a bow. So here's the front. I added some cheesecloth and one of Tim Holtz's adornments, Skull and Bones. And I used his stamp set, which is called Rest in Peace. It's CM435. And so I stamped everything. And then added a few things here or there. I'm going to try to keep it in frame. So the first envelope, I added some cheesecloth and a skull. The theme is kind of funeral, undertakers, etc. And then here I stamped a larger skull. I added some cheesecloth and some ratty seam binding. I have a clock that says Undertakers. This opens up. And over here, I have She Whom Thou Namest Death. And I had a photo that I put a sticker, skull sticker on. And that's one of Tim Holtz's sticker books. And somewhere, I don't know what I did with it. And down here, I used a collage tile from Tim Holtz. I stenciled on some spiders. This was from a die cut, and I used the mask part of the die cut and then stenciled with black soot. It says the fragile texture of a spider's web. And this opens up here. I have an eye watching and waiting, caskets, identification number. And here I have an eye that I placed a pearl in. This closes up. I have another collage tile. Oh, this is the same one we looked at before. And so this all closes up. Just like that. I take the longer ribbon, wrap it around, take this one, and tie it up. And that's it. It was pretty simple. I like the way it came out. And I do hope that you try it. Once again, have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. I appreciate you. Bye.